Now to the primary election and the races everybody's watching. Results for the race for governor and the race for LA mayor still up in the air. The ballots still being counted. In Los Angeles County, ballots are being processed at the center in the City of Industry. The LA County Registrar saying tonight that more than 700,000 ballots still need to be processed.
Let's go ahead and check in with Jory Rand for a closer look at the new numbers tonight. Jory?
There aren't many of them. A little frustrating for people waiting to see a result in this. Less than 30,000 votes were processed by LA County today. It didn't do much to the totals here in LA mayor in this race, but it did do a little bit, at least for Nithya Raman. She is trying to chip away at that second place position that Spencer Pratt is holding right now. Before the latest dump of about 29,000 votes, Spencer Pratt was at 30.4%. Now he's at 29.9. Nithya Raman was at 22.3. She gets bumped up half a percentage point. She cut the lead from about 40,000 to about 36,000. So there is still a ways to go, but we know there's a ways to go in counting these. As for Governor, Steve Hilton maintains a lead atop the board here. He is 2 percentage points ahead of Javier Becerra. The story here is can Tom Steyer catch either Becerra or Hilton and make the runoff in November? It is looking tough. The numbers continue to trickle in, and Steyer is maintaining his position right about 20%. He is about 300,000 votes behind Becerra. That is a lot to make up, but again, there are a lot of votes still to be counted. We'll see if he's able to do so. Let's look at some of the House races, because Democrats basically gerrymandered the map of California to be able to gain 5 seats in Congress. Are they going to be able to do it? Well, let's look down at CD 48. This is Darrell Iss's old seat. It has a little bit of Riverside County, San Diego County. Jim Desmond leads this, a Republican. He makes the runoff, as does Marnie Von Wilpert. She's a San Diego City Council member, way behind. But when you total up the votes here, Democrats have about 51%. Republicans have about 49%. So if that holds in November, it would be a Democratic gain, but you see how much support is there for Desmond. Let's go all the way up to 22. So this is 6th-term Congressman David Valadao. He is up in Delano and outside Fresno. It looks like he's doing pretty well. He is leading the vote, but again, add the 2 Republican seats and you are well above 50%. If that holds in November, Valadao's term in Congress would come to an end. Here's another district that Democrats thought they were going to gain. And here's the problem, as we saw in the governor's race, if you have too many candidates, they're going to cancel each other out. Kevin Kiley switched from District 3 to District 6. He was boxed out by the redistricting. Michael Stansfield is a tech support worker, 50-year-old with 2 kids, no political experience. He is in 2nd place. So you have a former Republican who's running as an independent and a Republican running 1-2. If you add all of these Democratic votes, it is again above 50%, and we might not see a Democrat in the runoff in November. We'll see what happens when the rest of the votes come in. The mail-in votes tend to sway Democratic. Can that push Richard Pan, a former state senator, into 2nd place? One of the question marks that we will be watching as the votes continue to come in, guys.
There's a lot of votes still to be counted, and some movement could happen. We will see. Jory Rand, thank you.